but a couple of remarks to begin with. So you know that we're now currently in the middle of process of significantly deepening our relations with the European Union. And here I should recall the statement of the Prime Minister of Republic of Armenia in the European Parliament. We are ready to get close to the European Union as much as that it would be acceptable from the side of European Union. So this is probably the most correct formulation of the current state of our relations. We have the SIPA agreement. Now we explore things that could be done jointly, things which are beyond the SIPA agreement, as you can assume. We have the economic and investment plan, we have the flagship initiatives, but which is currently being discussed between us and the European Union. We call it support to resilience of Republic of Armenia, because we know that the processes which are going on worldwide, but specifically in our region, may have some unpredictable or, on the other hand, some people think inevitable consequences. And to meet these challenges, EU should, and we jointly should, raise the level of resilience of Republic of Armenia, including the economic resilience, because we know that we can have some challenges in spheres of energy supplies. We can have challenges in spheres of, in sense of selling our goods to the traditional markets, etc., etc. So there is a very deep understanding what can be and what we should do jointly in terms of Armenia-EU relations, and we are moving in the right direction. Where this path will bring us, probably it would be difficult to tell right now, but we are open for many possibilities and opportunities. So what can I add to this conversation is that the people of Republic of Armenia, they do have European aspirations, and we will be guided by these aspirations. So coming to the challenges to the regional affairs, you know that we negotiate with Azerbaijan over a peace treaty. There are a couple of crucial points there, provisions there, where the positions of sides are still far from each other. And first of all, this is about the mutual recognition of territorial integrity and the basis of the further process of delimitation. As you can see, if you analyze the several meetings, high-level meetings, but not only bilateral meetings, the trilateral, quadrilateral meetings with participation of my Prime Minister, President of Azerbaijan, in some cases of President Michel of EU, but also President Macron of France, Chancellor of Germany. In one case, it was the meeting with participation of Russian President. So as a result, in result of these meetings, you know that they usually issue public statements. So in these statements, my Prime Minister, and which is more important in this context, President of Azerbaijan, they reconfirmed that the two countries recognize each other's territorial integrity according to the Almaty Declaration. For those who don't know, this is a declaration which was signed by 11 former USSR republics. It was sort of a divorce document, civilized divorce document. So in this Almaty Declaration, the 11 countries, they, first of all, they recognize that Soviet Union stops existing. And then, among other things, they recognize that the former administrative boundaries between them as Soviet Socialist republics now become the internationally recognized interstate borders between newly independent states. So Armenia and Azerbaijan were among these countries. So they reconfirmed this recognition, and they also said that Almaty Declaration should be the basis of further delimitation process, which means basically, to put the long story short, is that the delimitation commissions should only recover, reproduce the borderline which existed by the collapse in 1991, by the time of collapse of Soviet Union. So this is the story. The second crucial point where we do not have the common understanding is about connectivity. We are not only open, we are not only ready to give this access, but we are interested in becoming a part of international transit. That's why we came up with an initiative, we call it Crossroads of Peace. So what is this about? This is about Armenia's readiness to provide, to grant access to Azerbaijan, but also other countries, to use our territory to pass through, and this goes both for passengers, but also, people, but also cargo. And we believe that this unblocking of the regional transport infrastructure should take place according to, or in full respect with our sovereignty, with our national jurisdiction, but also theirs as well, of course, and also according to the principles of reciprocity and equality. So not only Azerbaijan should have the opportunity to cross our territory to send their cargo to Nakhichevan or elsewhere to Turkey, but also Armenia should have the access and the opportunity to use their infrastructure.